finishes.
Yeah, I mean,
moving right along with the pros, moving into the lightweight division. There's another barn burner right here. Anthony Facchini.
This one switched up. They got the wrong order on
coming
the card. Right,
from New Jersey, correct?
Marlboro, New Jersey. Anthony, the Parmesan Facchini.
Parmesan. Doesn't get any more Italian than that. I love it.
We called this the mob war on the South Shore on Table Titans because I don't know how much more Italian you can get two surnames to fight each other. Anthony Facchini and Zach DiSabatino putting their Italian-American pride on the line against each other tonight for Cage Titans. 6-5 as a professional fighter at 34 years old. Last fight was in 2019, so a bit of a layoff for him since September of 2019, where he lost a unanimous decision to Andrew Salas, a man who just lost to Chris Mutino, who's in the UFC tonight. So that's a high-caliber opponent that he has a loss to. But his fight prior to that was in 2018 with the second-round guillotine choke over Shane Manley. So he fights veterans with high-caliber fights. He's got finishes. He's got long-lasting decisions, so you know he's got a gas tank and a half. Made the trip up from New Jersey looking to spoil this crowd over the Cal Ripken Jr. of Cage Titans in Zach DiSabatino.
Yeah, DiSab might be the most active guy we have at Cage Titans.
Yeah, Zach DiSabatino we made our amateur debut on the same night back at Cage Titans 24 in June of 2015. He went on a hiatus until Cage Titans 31, our first night ever in the commentary booth, and he fought on every single Cage Titans from 31 to 41 as an amateur champion, an amateur defending champion to an undefeated pro. He is coming off a win over Chris Burbridge with the first-round TKO. But prior to that, he suffered his first two losses in his entire career, losing to Peter Barrett, who used that fight to get into the UFC, and before that, lost to Darius Estelle, someone who was supposed to mainline the card tonight. So the caliber of opponents he's lost to was sky high, and he's looking to keep this momentum going because he's right on the cusp of getting the call to the bigs as well.
You know, I was cage side during the fight with Peter Barrett, and I have to say that, you know, Zach ate some big shots and would not quit. He kept trying everything he could to get up, and it was honestly a really inspiring performance just to see a guy who was taking so much damage yet still trying to push forward and fight. So, I mean, we're looking at a real warrior here.
Yeah, and the fact that, you know, Peter Barrett kind of used that performance as a springboard to make it into the UFC, you know, it's definitely going to be some added motivation for DiSab because he knows he's right there.
As tough as they come, and this Tale of the Tape is sponsored by Imperial Construction Enterprise. Tale of the Tape.
All right, so we take a look at the Tale of the Tape. Anthony Facchini, the older of the two at 34 years of age. Both guys 156, both guys 5'8", but Facchini will have a 4-inch reach advantage, and we'll bring it to Andy.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves for the next fight of the evening. A professional mixed martial arts bout at the lightweight division, scheduled for 3 rounds, 5 minutes apiece. Introducing to you first, standing in the red corner, with the professional record of 6 victories and 5 defeats. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, and he weighed in at 155 pounds. From Marlboro, New Jersey, he's representing Hammer Nation MMA. Let's hear it for Anthony the Parmesan Facchini. And now introducing his opponent, standing across from him in the blue corner with the professional record of 6 victories and 2 defeats. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, and he weighed in at 155 pounds. From Marshfield, Massachusetts, he's representing South Shore Sport Fighting. Let's hear it for Zach the Ripper DiSabatino. When the action begins, our referee for this contest is Steve Rita.
Here we go, lightweights. Oh, these
Southpaw
guys
versus
cannot
Southpaw.
wait to get their hands on each other.
Bill Mahoney told me to surprise him with the nickname,
I love it.
Zach DiSabatino's 12 of them. Anthony Parmesan Facchini in the black trunks. Zach the Ripper DiSabatino in the white trunks. Pawing out that jab early is Facchini, feinting a front kick, trying to get reads off of Zach, who we know is as durable as they make a human being.
Another big leg kick.
Oh, and there's DiSabatino with his signature double leg takedown.
That dude is a silverback gorilla.
Good job on DSab's part to get that takedown. Even though his neck is caught under the forearm, he's crossing to the opposite side to avoid any danger from that choke.
Facchini would be smart to let go of the head here, maybe try and cross-face, use that as a way to get some space and get up. It's really hard to get a guillotine from side control.
Yeah, and DSab's really kind of inching his way up, and they're putting Facchini in a worse and worse position.
I mean, if nothing else, maybe Facchini's going to get a stand up here because there's nothing happening.
Right.
Zach's got to work to get his head popped out if he wants to start doing some damage, and Facchini needs to get up. He needs to start fighting for his hips and his back to be up against the cage and start wall walking up here. But he's holding on to that neck.
I mean, it's kind of an awkward position for DSab because he has one of his arm is wizard, so he can't really use a grip to get the other arm out, and then his head is kind of stuck against the cage there.
Yeah, and Facchini is just content to stay into the stalemate.
Oh, he got his head out.
The head's popped out. Let's see if he can pop some punches in there. Facchini now definitely needs to start moving to get back to his feet. There he goes. He posts and turns, but DSab doing a good job trying to pin him with that Dagestani handcuff, which he has.
Oh,
here's some big shots.
There's
Big
the
knee.
Facchini's up, though.
Oh, and a big
backdown.
slam.
He still has that handcuff. Facchini, tough as they make him, trying to scramble out of here. Looks like he got out of the Dagestani handcuff on the right side, and now Zach is fishing for it on the left side. Right in front of his corner, out of South Shore Sport fighting is Zach DiSabatino, Bill Mahoney, Ryan White, Justin Burrell in his corner. Diligent with their instructions to their fighter. Anthony Facchini turtling up right here, trying to avoid that ground and pound. Great job lacing up the legs on top position for DSab. Facchini using that. Oh, tried to get up, but turned into him in half guard. Maybe this will be a better avenue for him to get back up.
Facchini pretty unfazed, though, on bottom.
And we know DSab has ground and pound for days.
Not showing a ton of urgency on bottom. He's got to explode up, get his back to the wall.
The half guard's wide open to pass, but DSab looks pretty happy just staying in half guard and grinding them out. Now it's closed.
Pepper in the body now. DSab going upstairs, trying to find some room to posture up and land some real damaging blows. Facchini now using that opportunity to scramble. He's got one hook, but his right hip is plastered to the side, so he might be able to stand up even with the hook in, which he's trying to, but DSab raining down left hands with that Dagestani handcuff.
Oh, he's got to be careful. He's going to fall off.
And he
does.
did. Persistence from Facchini, who's got a bite on the neck.
Oh, he's looking for the neck, but he's in danger of the double leg. He's going to go for a ride here.
Big slam. He's got to be careful not to get OSP'd.
Right. It's the OSP now.
Got to be careful from that.
Oh, and there it is.
As you call it, he's setting up that Von Preux choke, as they call it. Originally Von Flue, now OSP, Vincent Preux, who has the most finishes with this choke in UFC history. Now it's no danger because he's the arm is out from that guillotine. That's when the guillotine is being held from the wrong side where the opponent's perpendicular. You can actually choke someone out from the top position if they're holding on to that guillotine cross side. Great job.
Wow, great way to get up.
Good explosion, good shrimp, and good hips. Nice
nice uppercut.
Oh, What do you say? Oh,
what
mouthpiece.
happened?
All right.
Mouthpiece.
All right, there we go.
That's all right. It's going to be the end around here.
And there we go. 5 minutes in the books. Our first pro fight to go 5 minutes going into the second round. Anthony Facchini spent most of that time on his back, working for ways to get up. But right when he did get up, he fired. So we know that he's got that kind of experience and that kind of gas tank to weather that storm and still be dangerous when he finds his opportunities.
Yeah.
But Zach DiSabatino coming in right where he left off, vicious ground and pound, great control on the ground.
Yeah, and Facchini was kind of slow to get up, but it was almost calculated. He wasn't wasting any energy. He was waiting for his time, and then he exploded up.
Facchini's breathing pretty heavy right now.
So's DiSab. They both got ice on the chest. They're both breathing. They're both exerted a ton of energy in that round. You know that clinch warfare and that grappling down below is it's about as taxing on the cardiovascular system as anything else on the world.
And as taxing as it is to get slammed, it's very taxing to slam somebody.
Sure.
You know, and a lot of times the offensive wrestling is more tiring. I mean, if you're just getting taken down, sure, if you're getting slammed, that's pretty exhausting. But if you're just getting taken down, you know, you're standing, now you're on the ground. To take somebody down is very tiring.
Yeah, definitely takes a lot of energy to go for those big takedowns.
Round 2 underway.
And Facchini wants to, yeah, there's that leg kick again. I was
Oh,
going to say
big
he wants to set up
swing.
those leg kicks and slow DiSab down.
Big left hand from DiSab. He throws everything into those punches. Bad intentions from the hip.
I think both these guys would be smart.
Oh!
Oh, big head kick. I think
Ate it.
both these guys would be smart to start going to the body. You see the other guy breathing kind of heavy, you know, make it even worse. Start ripping the body shots.
Another nice low
Ooh.
kick. Facchini is doing
Those
some
leg kicks are
damage
working.
to that leg. You see a welt on the calf of DiSabatino early, but he's still firing, man.
Oh.
Yeah, that calf kick is working.
Good head movement from Facchini, slipping out of that lead right hook. Oh, yeah. Walking gingerly on that leg is DiSab.
Well, he has two welts. He has one welt on his calf and another one on his knee.
Switching stances, DiSab did.
And DiSab can't take too many of those leg kicks. He's got to get his takedown.
And the thing is, he's smart because those calf kicks are going to make
stiff jab.
the takedown so much harder. It's so much harder to
For
take
sure.
a nice penetrating step. Oh, big knee.
Facchini covering up
He's got to
here.
get off of the wall.
Oh, they're trading.
In a fumble.
They're trading.
One-on-one from these two guys. Both of them slipping and ripping, throwing big hooks. This crowd's on a feet.
Big
Flying
knee, big knee.
Flying knee there.
When do you see DiSab throw a flying
Oh, big double leg.
knee? Wow, what a brawl that was for a few seconds there. And now back to the wrestling goes DiSab.
Facchini's cut under his eye.
They both landed some big blows there.
They were playing Rock'em Sock'em Robots for a second there.
The foot's on the hip for Facchini. He covered up and played possum there, but landed some really crisp, short, sharp punches in that exchange.
The thing is, if I'm Facchini, I'm not trying to play that rock'em sock'em game. You know, I mean, that leaves you pretty open to get double-legged. If I'm him, he was doing a great job staying long, landing those calf kicks. It was clearly affecting DiSab. I think that's the game he should be playing.
He's looking for a guillotine here. DiSab using the wall.
Again, he might go for that Von Flue. He's holding on to that neck.
Facchini's got a tight grip, even from side control.
And Zach seems to be struggling.
It's
here
hurting
with
him.
it.
Oh, he's
Bumped
out. And now DiSab's going to, oh.
Yeah, despite that not being a high percentage finishing choke, we've seen Dion Rubio finish Billy Goff with that kind of far side guillotine. But even though it's not a high percentage choke to put someone's lights out, cutting the blood to the head, it's still extremely uncomfortable. Having somebody squeeze your jaw, your ears, your skull like that.
And this is DiSab's game right here, just grinding guys out. He's so tough on top.
Blood pouring out of the eye of Anthony Facchini. He tries to muscle his way out, but that Dagestani handcuff is being used expertly from DiSab lately, right in front of the broadcast booth. Facchini needs to do something to try and wall walk up, and DiSab looking to pass and rain down bigger blows.
Facchini's given up his back a few times as a way to get up, but I would like to see him from the guard, maybe putting his feet in the, you know, DiSab's hips and pushing off to stand up.
This is where the blood starts flowing. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm wearing
Nice wizard from
I'm wearing a
Facchini.
white
Oh, I'm
shirt. I'll
feeling
take
it.
a quick
I just
slide
got
back.
splashed with some sweat.
Welcome back to Plymouth, gentlemen. Underhook for DiSab. Facchini going for that wizard, but it looks like DiSab has that left leg of Facchini laced up in this half guard. Doing a great job controlling. Facchini still trying to switch his avenues to get back to his feet, trying to switch his hips, trying to wall walk, but the pressure of DiSab is holding true right now.
Facchini's got to use that wizard to get up here. He's got his leg trapped, but if he can get to his right foot up, there you go. He's got wrist control on the opposite side. It's a very intricate game here.
Yeah, I like that knee pick there for DiSab.
Oh.
Back
Facchini's
up
out.
to his feet, but still in the double underhooks of Zach DiSabatino, who's got his hands clasped right above the hips.
He's looking for the side trap.
Big throw.
Beautiful, beautiful throw.
Another big takedown for Zach DiSabatino. Inside control now. 10 seconds left in the round.
And he's just going to hold him out.
Short time here.
10 minutes down. We go to a third round for the first time tonight.
Super interesting round there. Facchini had a lot of success on his feet with those leg kicks.
Yes, a lot of success with the leg kicks early. There were some fireworks in the midpoint of that round. Both guys throwing in a phone booth, back and forth, back and forth. And then ultimately, DiSab able to score a big takedown or two and score some control time with a little bit of ground and pound in there.
Both guys showing signs of fatigue. I think this third round is going to come down to who wants it more, who's got the bigger heart.
Yeah, you know, the first round often goes to whoever has the best technique. The second round comes down to cardio. And then it's the third round, which is, well, who wants to do this? You know, we've already been at this for 10 minutes. Let's dig deep and pull this out.
Third and final round about to be underway as the officials are leaving the cage.
The doctor just took a good look at Facchini's cut there, but they're going to let it go.
Yeah, it doesn't look to be in too bad of a spot. Doesn't look to be bleeding too heavily. These are cage fighters. A little blood doesn't deter anybody in this game. So it's in the eye, seems to not be impacting his vision too much. There's damage on both of these guys. That leg of DiSab is toast, and Facchini is wearing it on his face, the fact that they've been fighting each other for 10 minutes so far. Final 5 minutes of this matchup at lightweight is underway.
Now let's see who presses the action here in the third round.
If Facchini's smart, he'll start throwing those calf kicks.
Facchini's going on a double leg. And there it is!
No way!
Huge takedown. Where was that?
Huge takedown.
And that was after a nice
Knee on belly. Looking for the neck.
DiSab bellying out, trying to get that scramble in his favor. Looking for that anaconda choke. It looks like he has his hands clasped, but DiSab doing a good job bellying down, preventing that.
Elbow down, yeah.
You know, that probably was a great adjustment in the corner. You know, the coaches probably came in and said, hey, you know, DiSab's doing all the wrestling. The last thing they're going to expect is for you to shoot a takedown. It's probably a good move.
Full mount.
And now he's in half guard, a reversal of positions from the past 2 rounds. Facchini on top, looking for the neck. Let's see if he takes some revenge and lands some ground and pound of his own. DiSab, though, we know, heart of a champion, heart for days, no quit in this young man whatsoever. He's going to be searching for that takedown, but a nice knee for Facchini.
He keeps fishing for the neck, but to be honest, whether he's in half guard, side control, or even in this head and arm position, he'd be better off kind of throwing some strikes here. Find the neck after landing a few punches.
DiSab's trying to catch an elbow and work his way out. And he's back up to his feet. And he's looking for a takedown now.
And with double underhooks, too. Great position for DiSab off the escape.
DiSab does such a great job getting head control while he's up against the wall, using his forehead to put it underneath his opponent's chin. It just makes it so uncomfortable.
And Facchini's Really fighting off this takedown hard. He does not want to end up on bottom again.
Keep in mind, the judging criteria is based off of damage more so than control. Takedowns do not score as much as they used to. Ground control time does not score as much as they used to. It's more of a change of position, and it's what you do in that position that scores you points on the judge's scorecard. So that begs the question, what was more effective in round 2, the leg kicks or the takedowns? Big right hand from DiSabatino, who's going in for a takedown of his own, looking to avenge that one he suffered earlier in this round.
He's looking for the left and the drop.
What a takedown. Another great double leg from Zach DiSabatino.
Facchini is so fixated on getting that neck. When he was on top in half guard, and every single time that Disab is shot, he's grabbing that neck trying to get a guillotine. He'd be better off trying to cross face and maybe be able to posture and strike.
Facchini now looking for that Kimura, using that to stand up, didn't commit to it.
See, again here, he keeps going for that neck.
Oh.
He's got a couple of guillotine finishes on his record, so maybe it's something that he always looks for in his fights, but to no success so far tonight against DiSabatino, who is keeping his posture close to the chest and riding out this round and finding shots when he can.
Just great control here with the Dagestani handcuff, Zach Disab. He's got one leg tied up.
One hook in for Zach DiSabatino with the Dagestani handcuff. Trying to rain down some left hands. Not much oomph on these punches, but they still chip away nonetheless.
Oh, Zach's got to be careful he doesn't fall off again. Oh.
Fuck his face up right now, Zach, let's go!
Whoa.
Looking for some big shots now. Finally got that wrist free.
I love those little uppercuts underneath the armpit. Those are so effective. That's how Dan Henderson knocked out Fedor.
That's how also Anthony Johnson knocked out Alexander Gustafsson.
Absolutely. It's good to mix in too, because if you're throwing those hooks and they start, bringing that elbow to block, like right now, that uppercut lands great.
Just a grueling fight here for Facchini.
Facchini's got to have some urgency. I think he has to get up. I know that he landed some big calf kicks, but I think the big slams of Disab I would say they definitely sold the first 2 rounds, and he's doing a great job controlling right now on the ground. We definitely need some urgency here.
Like you said, urgency. He has to absolutely go for broke if he wants a chance at winning this fight. But Zach DiSabatino, to his credit, is giving him no option to do just that. Relentless control, economic ground and pound through the duration of this fight with only a couple seconds left to go. It looks like it's going to finish up where it took most of its place, in the clinch, in the wrestling against the cage, where both of these guys deked it out for 15 minutes and go to the judges' scorecards. Both of these guys going to be walking funny tomorrow because their legs are hurt, their skulls are hurt, and what a battle it was between Anthony Parmesan Facchini and Zach the Ripper DiSabatino.
Yeah, just a grueling fight. 3 rounds. Both guys gave it all they had. Disab did a great job of just controlling from the top, landing the strikes where he could. And, like you said, Facchini just didn't really have the urgency to get back to his feet.
At the same time, we don't know how much was taken out of him from those slams. Sometimes you get the wind knocked out of you real bad. It's tough to recover.
For sure.
Disab's a big boy. That's a lot of weight falling on top of you.
Yep. Either way, great showing for both guys. A lot of heart shown, a lot of grit. As we await the official scorecards.
How we doing, bro?
The Parmesan Facchini.
That's got to be one of the greatest nicknames.
Love it.
In Cage Titans.
Nice little cut to take home to Jersey. Ooh, I like the gun on his back. That's dope.
Cody Garbrandt style.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, keep it going for these two warriors. After 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision, Zach the Ripper